Hey there, Stampers. This is Sherry Roth. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. And I'm here today to share a cute card. It's a Love You Lots card. I'm calling it a Love You Lots because it doesn't necessarily have to be for Valentine's Day. It could be an anniversary card as well. But I am using product from the January to June mini catalog, and it is product from a suite that is in there. I'm primarily using the Heartfelt bundle, which includes this cute little stamp set, lots of hearts in here. So obviously it would be good for Valentine's Day, but there's some great greetings in here that I think could be used all year round, and hearts can be used anytime as well. And then it also comes with a punch duo. So you get this heart that is just a solid heart, and then this heart that is a scallop heart. And of course they layer nicely. All right, so we will be using those, and then we will also be using a new die that is called the Detailed Heart die. So this is it here. So this is almost card size, just a little bit smaller than card size. So we are going to use this. As soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, this will make a great stencil, be able to create some cool backgrounds using texture paste or sponging. So I'm going to share a little tip with you because I ran this through my Big Shot, and at first I was a little disappointed because this was the negative space, and I thought, well, I can't use that as a stencil. This is gorgeous. This is what you get when you pop it out, and then you can keep popping out those hearts. But then I discovered if I leave this in here and I just pop out those hearts that are cut out and meant to be popped out, and attach these two pieces back together, then I can use it how I had envisioned using it in my head. So I've got a piece that I've already done that I've been using as a stencil, because this card that I'm making today, which I guess I should show it to you, hey? This is the card that we're making today. Okay, so I wanted to make something that I could use for my husband for Valentine's Day. So I didn't want it to have pink in it. I didn't want it to be girly. So I love the color combination Coastal Cabana and Real Red. I just love those two colors together. So I thought that would be perfect. And I think this is masculine enough that it would work for a Valentine's Day card for him. Okay, so back to the stencil. So I went ahead, and what I did was I attach these two pieces together. So where these solid hearts are, I basically added a little bit of Scotch tape to hold them in place. So you can see here, I've got Scotch tape here, another bit here, and another bit here. So like I said, I made this for a swap. So this is really, really well loved, but I'm going to show you how to create it. The other great thing about this die is you get all of this beautiful confetti, heart confetti, that you'll want to keep, because those would be great in a shaker card, or even as confetti on a layout or another project. So you want to keep those hearts. Okay, so I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just going to flip this up. And my stencil is done from a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch cardstock. I'm just going to use a little bit of washi tape to hold that in place so that it doesn't move around. And then stick this washi tape down. And I'm going to use some Coastal Cabana ink and my sponge brayer. Now the sponge brayer, when you use it, you don't want to ink it like this. You want it to be consistently inked all the way around. So you want to pick it up and make sure that you're going all around the wheel. Okay, so now I am just going to start wheeling this on. And you can see I'm not going in one position over and over. I'm going all the way across the card. And you don't need to push very hard. My ink pad, I think, needs to be refilled after doing 20 of these. And you can go in any direction, diagonally, side by side, up and down, until it's as dark as you want it to be. So I think I'll add a little bit more. So it doesn't look like it's very dark here, but you'll see once I remove the stencil, you'll be able to see that pattern a little bit more. And I do want it to be subtle. I don't want it to jump out at you. Okay, let's set aside, and we'll peel this back. And look at that. A beautiful, subtle pattern with some random hearts floating. It's exactly the look I had envisioned. So I'm so happy that it worked out. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our card base, which is a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock that measures 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I'll just use a little bit of adhesive. I like my multi-purpose adhesive because you need a very little bit and it sticks wonderfully, and it's a bit more forgiving. You can slide it around until you get it where you want it to be. And as long as you don't put too much on and you don't put it too close to the edge, I find that it's not a messy glue either. Okay, so we've got that. And then I've got one of our heart doilies, which is also part of this suite. You get 20 in Real Red and 20 in Flirty Flamingo. And I love these. These are so, so pretty. So I'm going to add that to my card front. So just kind of in the lower right corner there. And then we're gonna do a bit more stamping. So I've got a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock, and I'm gonna pull back my Coastal Cabana ink. And I've got this image, this heart image from the stamp set, this dashed heart. Love the simplicity of it. This will be great for backgrounds as well. So I'm just gonna stamp this on my Coastal Cabana cardstock. And then I'm going to bring in some Memento cardstock, or Memento ink, sorry, and the stamp that says "Love You Lots," and that fits perfectly right inside this heart. And then I'll use the coordinating heart punch to punch that out. So if you stamp first and then flip your punch over upside down, it allows you to see to line it up perfectly. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll bring that back in. And then I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock and this arrow. And you know what, if I'm honest, the arrow is the reason I bought this stamp set. I love arrows. I don't know what it is with arrows, but I love it. It's gonna be great for creating backgrounds on scrapbook layouts, even cards. I just love it. So I stamped that in Memento ink, and then fussy cut it. So I've got one that's already done, just so you don't have to watch me fussy cut. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, and I did that backwards. I don't want it to go that way. I want it to go this way. Okay, so I'm just gonna position this how I want it, behind my heart, so that the arrow is going up like that. And then I'm going to use some dimensionals. We'll stick a few of them. I always like, if I'm putting adhesive on there and then popping it up, I always make sure that I put a dimensional there, just so that it, if it gets pushed down in the middle, it's not gonna stick flat in the middle. And then I'll just use a little tiny piece on this, the point of the arrow. Peel off the backing. Now I will have a full supply list in the description of this video below, so just click below if there's anything that you're wondering about, and it will link to my online store. If you have any questions about anything, just feel free to shoot me a message or post a comment. And if you're in Canada and would like to purchase anything, feel free to visit my website and shop online. Okay, so now we need to add some little faceted gems. This is another part of the suite, and these are called the From My Heart faceted gems. And these are just loose in the package. You get 3 different colors. You get red, you get pink, which I think is like a Flirty Flamingo, and then you get white in 3 different sizes. So we are going to use the red, which I don't have very many left because of the swap that I did. So I'm just pulling out 1 of each size I have a small red one left. Okay, maybe we'll do 2 of this size. Take your pick tool, really makes a difference. Just want to make sure there isn't another, oh, there is a little one. Let's put that guy back. Okay, so now I'll just put a little dot of Tombow. This guy has a mind of its own. Okay, just put a little dot of Tombow on here. And then do the same over here. And then another little dot up here. There we go, the card is done. So it's a simple card, and I think it would be great for the men in your life. So like I said, I really wanted to create something that was not quite so feminine, so that I could give it to my husband. All right, so thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Thanks, guys.